Hello people, welcome to my channel Simplify. This is Saurabh. So in today's video, we're going to start with the concept of callbacks in computer science. When a lot of developers start out when they are in their early stages of programming, callbacks is a slightly tricky concept to understand, but when understood properly, it's actually really simple. So let's get started. By definition, it goes like this. A callback is a function that is provided as an argument to another function. So what does that mean? Let's quickly get to a simple JavaScript code wherein I'll show you what a callback looks like, a simple callback. Uh, hope you're aware with JavaScript. So let's say we have a pizza name method in which we have cheese pizza for simplicity. Let's see, we have a function whose name is pizza, to which we pass the pizza name and a callback function. Okay, now here's the trick. What I'll simply do is I'll simply console log the pizza name. This is a pizza name pizza. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll call this function. Now what is this going to be? Let's have another function I've defined, which is let's say it's bake. Now what does this function do is it simply prints on the console. Let's say this is the pizza is being baked. Okay, yeah. So now what I do is I finally call, so my main method, let's say we'll call this function which is pizza with the name which is pizza name. I'll pass pizza name, and now if you see here what I've done, so this is my function pizza, which takes a pizza name and a callback function. Now I'm passing the pizza name and the reference of bake, which is in itself a function. I'm passing it to my function pizza. Now let's run this and see what happens. This is a cheese pizza. The pizza is being baked. So this is the bare minimum concept of callback. You can see a simple function to which I've passed another function here, and I've simply called that function inside the function pizza. As simple as that. Now let's say we want to use a system library which is set timeout, right? So how does set timeout work? Set timeout is an internal JavaScript library function which accepts a callback. Now let's say I'll pass my bake function to this guy and I'll set 3 seconds, 3000 milliseconds, it's 3 seconds. So now what will happen is after 3 seconds my bake function will be called. So now let's say I'll not call it here, I'll comment this out, I'll not pass it to this function either. Okay, so I'm just calling my normal pizza function, then I'll call my bake function, and let's say after this I have a statement which says console.log, which says will let you know when your pizza starts baking. Okay, and this function is your pizza is being baked now. Okay, now just look at what happens. This is a cheese, will let you know when your pizza starts baking. The pizza is being baked now, right? Sorry, it became this is a cheese, it should be this is a cheese pizza. So what happened again? I'll run it again. This is a cheese pizza. We'll let you know once your pizza starts baking. The pizza is being baked now. So even though this statement is after this set timeout, what happens is I'm passing set timeout a function and giving it certain time, so it knows that after 3 seconds I have to call this function, and hence it goes ahead with executing this statement. So a lot of buzzwords these days, such as lambdas, functional programming, they are all dependent on callbacks. So the core concept here is callbacks. You're passing one function to another function. That's it. So let's go back to our PPT. I want to show you one more thing here. So yeah, why do we need callbacks? Non-blocking code, event handling. For example, let's say you have button clicks. Every website has some buttons and some actions, right? So let's say if I click a button and some action is triggered, and now I'm processing something, and then I want to show results, so I cannot keep the user waiting, right? He can scroll the other parts of the website. So the callback function is triggered on the button clicks, and the result is displayed on the success. So everything is handled via callbacks. The library functions, like we saw, the set timeout in itself accepts a callback function which it calls after a certain amount of time. So that is it. This is how the diagram would look like. Your main program will call a library function, which in turn was our set timeout, which will call the function which you had passed, which was bake in our case. And to look at a real world example, like just to map it to a real scenario, how a callback would look like. Let's say there's a person A, he calls and says person B that, hey, get me that work done which you are assigned or which you know can do. And then you can call XYZ when required. Like let's say XYZ has some special skills, or let's say there is a certain task which can be partially done by B and partially done by XYZ. So B will do his work, and then maybe he can call XYZ to complete the given task. And A will give the phone number of, or let's say a reference of XYZ to B, saying that yeah, this is the person's number, or you can call him and get the work done. As simple as that. So hope you understood the basics of what a callback function is. Everything is on top of this, the lambdas and stuff, but the core idea, once you understood, is very simple. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, give it a big fat thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.